Okay, so I left you guys off with what was going on social media, all the documents, all the filings, and that this is a criminal complaint that has been filed. A federal whistleblower has filed this and has made it public, alleging that the assassination attempt on Trump last year in Butler, Pennsylvania, was that the Governor Josh Shapiro, was part of it, as well as the former FBI director Christopher Wray. So I have been trying to get to the bottom of it, and it's just now making headways today. I actually saw it last night, but it was all in the Super Bowl stuff, and there's so much information coming out, I didn't get a chance to go through it. So what I am doing right here is providing you guys what is going on social media, what is going on X, because you know, many of you are not on there plugged in like someone like I am. So I am bringing you this information. Nothing has been confirmed yet. There has been no arrest. There hasn't been any indictment, nothing like that. And I want to show you more of what is being what has been said and talked about, as well as I do have the video of the woman who has come forward as a federal whistleblower. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. Guys, make sure you are subscribed to my channel, as well as Melanie Off Script. Depending on, so many stories coming out, depending on how this develops, I think I may start pushing everything dealing with this over there, because we may have to go into deep dives, looking at different tweets and finding information. But we know just because the mainstream is not reporting it doesn't mean it's not real. I mean, this has been our lives, at least, for forever, but you especially have seen it for the past 10 years, the things that we've known or believed is true. Well, mainstream's not saying it, so it must not be. So this is what Dan Bongino said about this, and then I'm going to show you what Alex Jones had to say.
But getting to the important stuff. I've seen the story about Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro and allegations he may have been involved in the Butler assassination plot against President Trump. If there was ever an opportunity to invoke the Bongino rule, ever, I am begging you to invoke it now. Folks, this appears to me, from having been a law enforcement officer myself, to be just a standard criminal complaint anyone can make. Meaning, we don't know if it's true or not. All we're saying is somebody said something. I'm just asking you to hold on this. They are some explosive allegations, but without hardcore evidence to back it up. Big allegations require big evidence. I'm always under the assumption that you're being played, we're being played, until people prove to me otherwise. That's why I invoked the Bongino rule. They want you to run with some of this stuff, just like these deep state accounts that promote these liberal talking points, because they want to use it later to discredit you. Like, look at these suckers. They fell for that. So nobody knows yet. Everybody hold. My sources have no indication yet that that's just, when I get something from sources, I'll let you know. We'll just leave it there, okay? You get what I'm saying? I've seen it. The Bongino rule always serves you well. Big charges and allegations require big evidence.
Okay, so that's what he had to say. And yes, again, this is what we're saying, but I want to share this information with you guys because, we have, one of the things I've realized, and one of the things we're seeing, is that many of the things that were just chatter on the internet or people talked about have come true. We have seen this over and over. Now, let me take you to Alex Jones so you can see what he had to say. So Alex Jones is just being made aware of this as well. Like I said, guys, I'm giving you real time what the chatter is being. Again, these are allegations. Okay. So it says, he just says, I am investigating this now. So there's a lot of some credible people who are actually trying to get this out. And so now it's gotten the attention of a lot of people, and they're trying to uncover all of the information behind this. Now, before I get into more, I thought this was a great post that someone said, just to kind of like just walk you through some of the dots that, something about this. We all knew when that assassination attempt came about, it was just, It was very bizarre. There was so much going on. So let me read to you what this says. It says, somebody knew something. Here's my take. We had a massive shorting of a DJT, Donald J. Trump stock days before July 13th. Very, very strange. Remember, money never lies. We had unbelievably lax Secret Service protection. CNN was covering the rally live. That never happened before. Crooks and Ruth ended up on BlackRock videos. What are the odds? Do you guys remember when Crooks even it was like a school video for his high school, and he was featured in it for BlackRock. I mean, like I said, these are the dots, guys. We're connecting until we get more. How did Crook's father find out his son was the shooter and was dead? CNN called him. Schumer met with Biden less than 1 hour before this rally to tell him to drop out of the race. Lord Jesus. Oh, whew, what is going on? A cell phone that had been in close proximity of the shooter multiple times leading up to this was also located several times within blocks of FBI headquarters in D.C. The New York Times photographer was there with a super fast shutter speed camera, fast enough to catch a bullet in the air. Why would he use that? Butler was the first time counter snipers were present at a Trump rally. There was a complete bleaching of the crime scene and the suspect's house, social media accounts, and computers. Crook's body had a very quick autopsy and cremation. Now, do you see how this is all forming? If you again, because we don't have concrete proof, we don't have concrete evidence, you got to start connecting the dots to see what is going on. And then he finished and said, add this all up and you have yourself an inside job. Oh boy, guys. All right, let me shrink this up because it's a rabbit trail. It's a rabbit trail. So I'm just going to post this as I'm seeing it. The same photographer that was inside the classroom with George W. Bush on 9/11. This is the same New York Times reporter that happened to be there. We're not getting into that on here because we cannot, but you guys know, So let me I'm just going to keep going through this so you guys can see what people are saying. Jill Biden just happened to be speaking in front of an audience, pulling Secret Service resources from Trump. Okay, somebody is saying though, shutter speed was set high because it was the event, because they're not writing right, but the event was outside. In order to get good exposure, it had to be set high, especially if his aperture was open, which it likely was. This person says it's a very open question. My wife is a photographer and immediately questioned it. Now, someone else is saying, and why was Doug Mills, the New York Times photographer, covering Trump's Butler rally, shooting at 1/8,000th shutter speed? That's crazy fast for a guy talking. Another inch and this would have been a much different picture. Was that the plan? And that was back in September. So they're just reposting that. But even for it being an outside rally, that shutter speed is insanely high, like unheard of. Here it is. Many professional photographers have commented that this shutter speed would only be used with fast action at a sporting event. Okay, like we just had the Super Bowl. All right. Okay, so let me continue. Now, before I play this woman's video, who is this whistleblower, I want to give you another side of the coin because, again, we don't want to run with it, but the whole thing was suspicious. Okay. This person says, to all who are posting that Josh Shapiro has been charged with the attempted assassination of POTUS, I don't think that is true. Let me explain. Okay, well, first of all, no one is saying that Josh Shapiro was charged. Like, no one's saying that. We're saying that a whistleblower has come forth publicly and has been trying to, since last year, to come forward with this information. They then go on to say the affidavit going around is a private criminal complaint. Yes, all criminal complaints are just that, private. Like, I don't know why they're adding the private. It's all, God. Anyone can go to the Pennsylvania court's website and file. It's not a criminal charge. Okay, this person doesn't even know how the law works. Like, a criminal complaint, no one's saying they're charges. That's how it works. Okay. I was asking patriots to file the same complaint against Bucks County commissioners after the Senate race when they went against the Supreme Court. Website for civilians to file a criminal complaint. My opinion, he was invoked. Okay. I don't know. Just in my opinion, I don't get what this person's saying. That's basic. These are basic facts. Now, there is another possible murder cover-up that is going around as well. I won't get into it, but it also involves Josh Shapiro. There seems to be a trail of things going on in Pennsylvania, and people are alleging that it is connected to Josh Shapiro. All right, so this is the official video. I am going to make it bigger. I just want you guys to see the full video there, so you know I'm not manipulating or doing anything. I just want to make it so you can see this better. And again, read the receipts for yourself. Put it all together for yourself until we get more. A lot of times this is how stories start. This is how things begin, but we don't know. I mean, look at what we're uncovering with just USAID, and we haven't even gotten to the bottom of it. Look how Democrats are losing their mind. Something is going on, and something has been going on for a long time, but you're going to want to, I just want to expose you. I keep saying that because I just want you to know I'm exposing you to what is going on social media, so you understand that a lot of the times the stories break first there, and the truth is not with the mainstream media at all. Okay, so here we go.
To the American people, my name is Hadassah Feinberg, and I hereby affirm that I filed a private criminal complaint naming Joshua Shapiro, aka Governor Joshua Shapiro, in the state of Pennsylvania as a defendant for the attempted assassination against former President Donald J. Trump. I, Hadassah Feinberg, aka Affiant, hereby charge Governor Joshua Shapiro in his personal, individual, and official capacity with murder and attempted murder. Governor Joshua Shapiro conspired with multiple parties to act on the political scheme and carry out the attempted assassination of former President Donald J. Trump by and through an abuse of power, both directly and indirectly, in the state of Pennsylvania. Governor Joshua Shapiro, through the executive branch, enforced, conspired, and carried out the attempted assassination on former President Donald J. Trump on July 13th, 2024, because he knew that President Joseph R. Biden would be an unsuccessful presidential Democratic nominee running against former President Donald J. Trump. In the weeks leading up to the Trump rally, President Joseph R. Biden made frequent visits to Governor Joshua Shapiro to discuss the obstacle faced by the Democratic Party. Governor Joshua Shapiro organized, schemed, and conspired with or without President Joseph R. Biden the premeditated plan to carry out the attempted assassination against former President Donald J. Trump. Governor Joshua Shapiro is guilty and liable for the attempted assassination, along with crimes against the Affian's family, Greenberg family, Peterson family, Daniel Harris, Jared Tutko, Iris Mummert, Yvonne Worski-Werman, Elena Belagolovsky, Smith children, Matt Konopesky, Mindy Kell, Rajette Harris, and hundreds of victims across the state of Pennsylvania who exposed public corruption in the state of Pennsylvania. Governor Joshua Shapiro abused his power as governor to conspire with local and state law enforcement officials and has actively failed to protect hundreds of victims across the state, as referenced in the RICO lawsuit lodged in the Maryland District Court on July 3rd, 2024, both named and unnamed. See Feinberg versus Cintron, U.S. District Court, Maryland 1:24-CV 2022-01957. Governor Joshua Shapiro failed to ensure that the Pennsylvania State Police, under his supervision, would clear the event prior to the rally, and intentionally failed to ensure the safety of the former President Donald J. Trump due to his modus operandi with the assistance of unnamed local and state law enforcement officials and monetary donors, including George Soros, BlackRock, President Joseph R. Biden, both intentionally and unintentionally. Governor Shapiro has been a suspect and perpetrator named in multiple private investigations and lawsuits for years for state and federal crimes, and he has actively engaged in public corruption with the Philadelphia FBI office to obstruct investigations for the crimes reported. There are hundreds of reports at the FBI office against Governor Joshua Shapiro that have never been investigated, and this affiant is a primary witness. Governor Joshua Shapiro, while acting by and through his modus operandi, has engaged in proliferated actions to climb the political ladder to Vice President of the United States of America and/or President of the United States of America, while engaging in multiple crimes and suppressing witness testimony from hundreds of innocent victims whose lives have been destroyed by his directives, retaliation, and executive administration. Governor Joshua Shapiro has utilized the media, namely Penn Live and ABC News, to promote his political position and disregard the crimes as evidence before the public. He has committed tax fraud for years in his position as Commissioner, Attorney General, and Governor for the state of Pennsylvania. He has concealed murders, endangered children, and now engaged in a heinous crime under his authority and supervision. Governor Joshua Shapiro, in his abuse of power, has manipulated and willingly engaged in state and federal crimes for more than 10 years against the Commonwealth citizens and other officials who expose his criminal acts. I am hereby alleging that this private criminal complaint against Governor Joshua Shapiro meets the criteria of a preponderance of the evidence, since it is more likely true than not that Governor Joshua Shapiro acted through his modus operandi to climb the political ladder, influenced and caused the outcome of the attempted assassination on July.
Sorry, guys, I had to pause it really quickly. My audio started messing up. So I am starting right back where I just cut it off.
2024 in Butler, Pennsylvania, both directly and indirectly against former President Donald J. Trump, and should be charged accordingly with criminal homicide pursuant to 18 PA Constitutional Statute 25 for the senseless death of Corey Comparator, and criminal attempt pursuant to 18 PA Constitutional Statute 901 for an attempted assassination against a former president of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. He should be charged with any additional criminal charges the district attorney deems fit, including criminal solicitation and criminal conspiracy pursuant to 18 PA Constitutional Statute 902 and Statute 903, and should be removed from office immediately. On July 5th, 2024, a letter to former President Donald J. Trump and President Joseph R. Biden was mailed regarding Shapiro's crimes and the public corruption across the state of Pennsylvania. The letter was mailed by the affiant due to the severity of the crimes being committed vastly across the state by officials under Governor Joshua Shapiro and Governor Joshua Shapiro. On July 13th, 2024, this affiant contacted the Secret Service to provide a tip. On July 15th, 2024 through July 23rd, 2024, this affiant communicated with Secret Service agent John Donahue and provided numerous documentations relating to the crimes committed by Governor Joshua Shapiro and the Philadelphia FBI's involvement in covering up the crimes of Governor Joshua Shapiro against numerous victims. On March 9th, 2024, Supervisory Special Agent Kenneth Keller advised this affiant through email that he contacted the FBI Philadelphia personnel, FBI Victim Services, and management at the Washington field office, and that they advised him to direct the affiant to Philadelphia FBI. Agent Kenneth Keller informed this affiant that the crimes being reported are not occurring in his jurisdiction and that he has no jurisdiction to assist Pennsylvania victims. He advised the affiant to contact the Department of Justice, who has made no contact with the affiant regarding hundreds of reports from victims across the state of Pennsylvania. I am requesting that additional charges be brought against Pennsylvania Governor Joshua Shapiro for crimes committed against innocent victims listed herein, and charges shall be brought against any other individuals known or unknown, who conspired with Governor Joshua Shapiro to commit any state or federal crimes in Pennsylvania over the last 13 years. Thank you.
Okay, so this video was posted. Let me show you here, because she's not in this, and I will say she's not providing direct evidence of the actual assassination, but this video is old. And this was originally filed last year, but now on February 7th, it was refiled again now that Trump is in office. So let me pull this up. So along with this video and who's posted it, several people have posted it. It says, "Who is Hadassah Feinberg?" From Hadassah's Twitter picture below, she says, "I am a federal whistleblower who worked for the Pennsylvania State Police, Dauphin County, and was preliminarily accepted for employment with the FBI. Governor Shapiro tried to lock me up and take my kids to silence and punish me for exposing the corruption in Pennsylvania, the murder of Ellen Greenberg, and the attempted assassination of President Trump." So this is the timeline. I won't go over it again, but right now, guys, I mean, she's not providing any evidence. It looks like there's several crimes that she's alleging that she has evidence of, but at this time we don't have anything, and I don't think we're going to have anything. They're holding up the confirmation of Kash Patel. They're very frightened for Kash Patel to actually get into the FBI and unearth and see what's happening. As I'm sitting here, I just want to scroll through and see if there's anything else going on with this. I'm just looking. Someone says, "In all objective fairness, I doubt it. This woman was on a vendetta against Shapiro long before the July 2024 incident." So that is something to take into consideration. I want to put both sides out. Somebody says that she sounds full of it, in my opinion. Other people are saying, I believe her. There's just a lot going on. Someone put, "This would have been all over the news," meaning if it was true, then people were just like, no, it wouldn't have. Mainstream media is paid for by the left corruption. This is why no one trusts mainstream media. If you do, you're a fool. Another person says, "I'm not saying it's true or not, but it damn sure wouldn't be all over the news." And that is true. And this is what everyone is saying there. Now, it looks like she is backing up her claim. She is doubling down. She claims to have information, and she even has a YouTube channel. I'll let you guys look it up. But yeah, I haven't explored that. But that's it. I think that's it for this video. I just had to get this out the door. I don't know if anyone has any information. Again, this is all alleged. This could be just a distraction to what is really going on, or is she a person that has not been able to get what she has into the right hands, and so it's just gone? The media, no one else is willing to listen to her, which we see that oftentimes with people. But until more develops, as I get more information or if anything's confirmed, I will be bringing that to you guys. Make sure you guys are following me on X and all of my social media accounts. If you want to support my channel, you can. I have my Cash App link below, but then I also have this. You can go to realmelanieking.com. This is like my #1 bestseller, and it is my Everything is Fine, Trust the Government collection. All of these are exclusive to my shop. I have some Trump merch. I even have some Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively stuff. Guys, let me know what you think about it, and if you can support me, that'll be great. And with that, I'll leave you down the rabbit trail all by yourself.